So I'm going to be telling our story for all ages up here. So if I know the children, I love that y'all are hanging out up by the stage. That is so cool. So there's no pictures. It's just a story that I'm going to be telling right here. And then I know there's going to be someone helping pass the flame after this story. Are you helping with that? And what little... You're helping with that too? Awesome. Okay, so let me tell our story. We sometimes think that people who are locked up in jail are different than we are. Perhaps we think that they are the bad guys and that we are the good guys, those that are not in jail. But honestly, the only difference between us and them is that they made some really poor choices and were caught making those really poor choices. We are all deserving of forgiveness, and we are all deserving of love and kindness and respect. And sometimes we look at the people in jail and we think that we really have nothing in common with them, with those folks that are in the jail. But I wonder about that today. So today's story is about two kingdoms that shared a common border, but they were different in that one country worshiped the sun and the other one worshiped the moon. Because of their religious differences, the two kingdoms went to war. Each gathered an army, and the two armies met at the frontier, row upon row of warriors, sunlight glinting on their war gear, faced each other across no man's land. It was agreed that each army should send forward a champion to fight in single combat. The strongest, most skillful warrior in each army was selected. The two men advanced towards each other, grim-faced, with their sword in one hand and the shield in the other. And on the chest of one was emblazoned an image of the sun, and on the other an image of the moon. When they met, they fought like demons. They fought all morning long as the sun rose higher in the sky. They fought through the midday heat when the sun was at the zenith. They fought on and on until the sun descended toward the west. They were both such strong and skillful fighters that neither man could gain the advantage. And they were still fighting nose to nose, locked in each other's arms, when at last the sun went down. But by then, they were so exhausted that they collapsed to the ground, too feeble even to crawl back to the camps of their respective armies. "I hate you," groaned the champion of the sun. "Well, I hate you," replied the champion of the moon. "I have to kill you," said the champion of the sun. "Back home I have a wife who loves me and a little boy who wants to be a warrior like me. I have to protect them from the likes of you." "I had a wife," said the champion of the sun. Said the champion of the moon. "Your people killed her in the last war, and that is why I have to kill you." The moon rose. Presently, the champion of the sun asked the other man, "What was she like, your wife?" "She was lovely. We had been sweethearts since we were children, and I used to play with her in the forests right near here." "It sounds like you had a happy childhood," said the champion of the sun. "Not like mine. My father made us work all day in the fields, and he would beat us if we complained." "I am sorry to hear that," said the champion of the moon. And so they talked about their childhoods and the other things they had done in their lives, and only for the last hour or two of the night did they sleep. Side by side they lay, their swords and shields dumped beside them. The sky turned gray, pink in the east, sounds and smells of breakfast making imitated from the two camps. The two sleeping champions were awoken by the warmth of the sunshine on their faces. Wearily, painfully, they creaked to their feet, and they looked at each other, and they looked into each other's eyes. And then they embraced, and they left their swords and their shields behind, and they walked back to their respective armies. They could not fight each other anymore, for you cannot fight someone if you know their story. And so now we will sing our children to their religious education, religious exploration classes, and we will pass them the flame from the chalice to take with them.